just wrecked. They just wrecked. We got a wreck.
A Corvette in Los Angeles County learned a hard lesson when it crashed into the back of a semi-truck on the 5 freeway. According to reports, the driver was driving recklessly and struck the center divider before colliding with the truck coming dangerously close to slicing the car in half. Miraculously, the driver survived and was transported to the nearest hospital. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for another driver, whose encounter with a semi-truck proved fatal.
We're going to reposition. Anybody who's listening, just letting you know we're repositioning.
On the morning of August 24, 2024, police in Cranston, Rhode Island responded to a reported home invasion. Despite multiple chases across Rhode Island, Connecticut, and New York, officers couldn't catch the thieves as their squad cars were no match for the Ferrari's speed. The stolen car was finally spotted on August 27th in Palm Coast, Florida, sparking a high-speed pursuit. 3 days later, on August 27th, police in Palm Coast, Florida, spotted the stolen Ferrari and launched a high-speed chase in an attempt to apprehend the suspects. Police ultimately lost sight of the Ferrari after it sped through a school zone, forcing them to call off the chase for safety reasons. Fortunately, a bit of detective work led them to a promising lead. The driver, identified as 19-year-old Jonathan Costa, had a friend living on Royal Palm Lane in Palm Coast. Officers quickly set up a perimeter around the area and sure enough, they spotted the stolen Ferrari parked behind the residence. With nowhere left to run, Costa surrendered to Florida police and was extradited to Rhode Island, where he faced multiple charges including entering a dwelling with felonious intent and using a firearm during a violent crime. Cranston police later discovered that Costa and his accomplice, 18-year-old Logan Slisek, knew where the owners kept the car keys, suggesting one or both had been inside the home before the robbery. The nature of their relationship with the homeowners remains unclear.
Black male, green t-shirt running across court.
On January 24, 2024, ASP Trooper Darren Evans was patrolling I-40 in West Memphis when he noticed a silver Dodge Charger sporting an illegally tinted license plate cover. Suspicious, he ran the plate USA J.C. Kane and quickly uncovered the reason for the concealment. The plate had expired back on June 30, 2019, and was originally registered to a blue 2013 Hyundai Elantra, exactly a match for the Charger it was now bolted to. With ample cause for a traffic stop, Trooper Evans activated his lights and fell in behind the vehicle. At first, it looked like the driver was going to comply. But if that were the case, this story probably wouldn't be worth telling.
around going the wrong way. He's trying to turn around and go the wrong way.
Trooper Evans quickly turned around and accelerated to catch up, but that's when the situation took a dramatic turn for the worse.
I need to know where he's going wrong.
He's 55 going the wrong way towards, back towards Mound City. I'm looking at him, he's driving in the fast lane wrong way, took Mound City.
10-4.
I'm driving on my shoulder, trying to follow behind him. Looks like he may have wrecked. He wrecked out. Black male, green t-shirt, running across 40. Black male, green t-shirt, dread, running across 40.
10-4, almost 40.
I'm on foot. On foot. They're running down Mound City.
The driver, identified as 19-year-old Kyle Amaro of Forest City, Arkansas, ended up crashing head-on into a truck. Miraculously, both she and the truck driver walked away without injuries, and Amaro declined medical treatment at the scene. She was promptly arrested and charged with felony fleeing, aggravated assault, reckless driving, and using fake tags. To top it off, officers also cited her for parking on a highway, as she had abandoned her vehicle in the middle of the road.
They just wrecked. We got a wreck.
It's always disheartening to see young teens caught up in crime, and a group of juvenile car thieves in Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, made some serious mistakes that could impact their futures. On April 6, 2022, CCTV outside Whitefish Bay High School captured one teen arriving in a stolen black Hyundai. After switching places with another boy, he broke into a silver Kia, jumped behind the wheel, and sped off right behind his friend. Nearby officers responded quickly and initiated a pursuit. When the dust settled, police were stunned to discover the suspects were barely old enough to drive.
What's going on here? It's Kia. Plate on the Kia looks like it's going to be Adam David Nora 6333. And on the Hyundai, the 28. Coming up to light out right now. Speeds are 63 miles an hour. No traffic on the road. Coming up to Port Washington. Red light at Port. We're going northbound Port Washington. Northbound Port Washington.
Yeah, we're northbound Port. Should be able to get this over spring in the park line.
10-4. I got one going north on Port, one going west on Silver Spring. I'm behind this hour coming up to the parkway right now. They just wrecked. We got a wreck.
What location of the wreck?
They lost their bumper.
278 Young Charles King. It's smoking pretty badly.
10-4, coming up to Bender here. Going down for traffic, trying to weave through. Looks like the left rear tires starting to fall apart. Going westbound down Bender.
Since they were minors, their names and charges were never made public. The case was reportedly handed over to the Children's Center, which handled any legal consequences. As for the stolen Kia, it's believed that suspect escaped after officers decided to pursue the Hyundai instead. Whether that teen was ever caught remains unknown. On March 15, 2024, two women were celebrating an early St. Patrick's Day when they accidentally took a wrong turn in Cleveland, Ohio. Within seconds, they were surrounded by vehicles and a group of armed teenagers. Two young men brandished firearms and demanded the keys to their Jeep. Just 2 days later, On St. Patrick's Day, the city's flock camera system spotted the stolen vehicle near North Lakeland Boulevard and East 222nd Street. Officers responded immediately, triggering a deadly high-speed chase. The suspects sped onto the highway, gradually disappearing into heavy traffic, but one vigilant officer kept his eyes on them and watched as they took the next exit. Behind the wheel was 17-year-old Tyrone Griffin, who was arrested along with his accomplice. Unbeknownst to him at the time, felony fleeing would be the least of his concerns. As Tyrone barreled off the ramp, he slammed head-on into 44-year-old Michelle Wall, who had just gotten into her car on her way to church. Despite efforts to save her, Michelle was pronounced dead at the scene. On January 29, 2025, Tyrone pleaded guilty to 1 count of attempted murder and was sentenced to 18 years in prison, given his age at the time of the crash. It remains unclear whether he was directly involved in the carjacking incident 2 days earlier. On July 5, 2024, in Arlington, Virginia, a purple Dodge Charger driven by Corliss J led police on a tense pursuit. After managing to evade the first responding officer, likely feeling overconfident, J continued the chase with his headlights off, a tactic known as blacking out to avoid detection. However, Virginia State Trooper Middleton wasn't so easily shaken and quickly picked up the pursuit after the initial unit lost visual contact.
Whoever that is with the cruise lights, if that's a state unit, we're coming up on you.
We're going northbound backward towards Friday. Got Virginia plate blacked out.
And we're past, can we on that time in pursuit going east on it? I passed the state unit here, coming up on Van Dorn, light traffic 140. Stand by, you might take Van Dorn. 10-4, taking Van Dorn, taking Van Dorn. He's blacked out. He's got a curtain cover over his tag, but it's definitely that don't tread on me. One. Right on, we're going eastbound now. Speeds are about 90 and increasing.
Northbound backward towards Friday. Got Virginia plate blacked out.
The concept of blacking out is straightforward by turning off their headlights. A suspect hopes to disappear into the darkness and lose pursuing officers. If they gain enough distance, it becomes difficult for police to track them while also navigating traffic safely. However, Brake lights remain active, revealing the suspect's position with every tap. In Corliss J's case, those brief flashes allowed Trooper Middleton to keep eyes on the purple Charger as the pursuit veered back toward Interstate 95.
110 past.
Might have blown a tire. Coming up on 95 now, passing the exit for 95 north. Disregard, taking 95 north, 95 northbound.
95 north.
Right now, 167 over 4, light traffic, speeds 100 and climbing. I think he's got a flat. He's fishtailing everywhere right now. Yeah, he's definitely got a flat or something wrong with his car. We're only at 110 right now. He's all over the road. He's fishtailing everywhere still.
I'll be on 644, 130.
Might be taking 644. Yep, taking 644, taking 644.
Easter one.
I'll let you know here in a second. Yeah, if he goes west, he's probably going to crash. We're taking 169A, 644 east.
640.
Stand by, he's losing it. Nope, he recovered to get on passing Loisdale. We're on Spring Mall Road. We went straight through the light. There's light traffic. We're only at 80. He's still fishtailing everywhere.
Corliss J continued to flee even after blowing a tire, pushing the car to its limits until it finally gave out, leaving him no choice but to run on foot.
Coming up to Franconia Springfield Parkway, making a right on Franconia Springfield. Nope, you stop and bail out. Go the fucking ground, we're shooting right now!
Trooper Middleton quickly caught up and immediately recognized him from a previous run-in just months earlier.
India Mike, the Oscar uniform. Driver's going to be the registered owner. I stopped him a few months ago. You guys, who's in the car? Or did they fall off?
Corliss was arrested and charged with felony, fleeing along with several other offenses. His female passenger was also taken into custody, but may have been released later that night, as she appeared to have no connection to the crimes. What happened to Corliss after that night remains unknown. If you're planning to steal a vehicle and outrun the police, it's probably best to choose something less obvious than a bus. But Elvin Richard from Lono County, Arkansas, decided to challenge that logic. On August 29, 2024, around 3 a.m., the 29-year-old hijacked a commuter bus in Little Rock and took off into the night. By the time ASP troopers caught up with him on Interstate 40, he was well into his escape. While the bus wasn't fast, it was large and tough, making standard pit maneuvers useless against its sheer size and weight. No surprise here after the first failed pit maneuver, the officer gave it another shot, this time with a bit more horsepower.
Are y'all on Provo yet or not?
Yeah, we're coming back towards 40. We're at Bethany.
Yeah, we're out in front of the Sonic. It definitely is 61.
I'm coming up on Photo now. I'm trying to get in front of it.
Alright, hey, let's go keep the net clear, okay? Alright, Lockman Road, here, looks like we're Lockman. We're going westbound towards the...
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Well, you know the rest. With traditional tactics proving useless, officers shifted focus to containing the situation, working to box in the bus and keep it from hitting any civilian vehicles. The chase eventually led into a rail yard where things escalated even further if they weren't already out of control.
Move into.
At that point, one officer took matters into his own hands, approaching the bus on foot and using a shotgun to disable it.
We're continuing that westbound to the railroad.
Hey, y'all got locked in? Alright, so 297, 928, I'll take the radio. We're still about 8 miles an hour to the railroad. Westbound to the railroad. We're continuing with our back by large storage tanks coming into a 40 parking lot. I don't see any civilians in the way.
The bus finally came to a stop and Elvin Richard was arrested off camera. While the exact charges weren't disclosed, it's safe to assume they involved vehicle theft and fleeing from police. As for the trooper who shot out the tires, a county investigation later cleared him of any wrongdoing. On April 1, 2016, police in Shalom County, Washington, responded to a report of a stolen taxi taken from a downtown apartment complex. The suspect, 27-year-old Jacob Rollins, was believed to be under the influence of methamphetamine at the time of the theft. While heading to the scene, Sheriff's Deputy Lee Risen spotted the stolen cab heading in the opposite direction. He quickly executed a U-turn to intercept the vehicle, kicking off a chaotic pursuit.
Person Black with white wording. Residential Avenue, passing Duncan Road. Was stolen from Citizen Everson at Garden Paradise. Both involved in a hit-run collision in one area.
Somebody, I'll be around from 6.
Copy 22 on 15 parking school, 51.
northbound, Highway 2, approaching the turnoff to 97-2 interchange. Looks like vehicle spun out.
Copy, crossing Old Station Bridge, speed 65 miles per hour. Hurry up.
Units, if I have a chance, I'm going to block this guy.
Rollins hit speeds of over 90 miles per hour as he tore across the Odebashan Bridge, making it only a matter of time before disaster struck. Deputy Risen was determined to end the pursuit before anyone got hurt.
Northbound USD for 2871. USD 1701.
I'll just continuing, there's multiple units in front of me. I'll stay in RD4. I'll be contacting the vehicle over the front. On both lanes, pushing cars off the road on both sides, and we're about 45 miles an hour.
Copy, pushing cars off the road 45 miles per hour, set fueling.
Here, 29, copy, crashing out. Send me to continue.
Copy, crashing, continuing northbound, 10
Okay, Blue Creek, body parts, 70.
Proceed.
Medical cars on the shoulder.
Copy, passing cars on the shoulder, set fueling.
Also 129, northbound.
Copy, match, Southwest 129, 10
If you were to come north units, are going to be south on 97-1 shot 6.
Sounds like they do have several units that are heading the gas already. 1 unit south on 97 south 6 Keep this.
I'll disregard.
Rollins was eventually arrested off camera and charged with possession of a stolen vehicle, eluding police DUI and methamphetamine possession. Considering how dangerously he drove through traffic, it's fortunate no one was injured. Beyond the arrest, little is known about what happened to Jacob afterward, and why he chose to steal a taxi in the first place remains a mystery.